My first surgery in France was in Paris when I was young, 25 years old, after a small career of sport in karate. I was in karate in the French team, junior team, and I had some contacts that obliged me to be operated. So the first operation was in France and went well. After we went with my wife to Buenos Aires to live there for my job, and I had some small complication there, and I had second surgery in Buenos Aires in 2004, I think. So it was an important operation because the first one was just giving me some relief of what I had, and the second was a good thing as well. I recovered the breathing, the capacity to sleep as well, because I had some apneas. So the second surgery was, I remember, in a small hospital in Buenos Aires. When we came back from Argentina, we went to Czech Republic, and in Czech Republic I went to doctor there in Prague, and they told me the best way to heal my chronic sinusitis that I was diagnosed for was to go to thermal cures. Thermal cure with that allows to relieve and to lower the inflammation that I had, chronic sinusitis that I had. So I did it as well. 2 years in Czech Republic, in Prague. Then we went to Spain, and in Spain, 1-2 years after, I went to other doctor, and he told me the same, that I had chronic sinusitis, and I had to lower the inflammation by some corticoids, and as well with this thermal cure that helps to lower the inflammation. And he suggests me to do a third surgery, and I went to this surgery, but after the surgery, he told me that he was not very happy on the work, that he couldn't do what he wanted to do. From Spain to Paris, I went to Paris as well to see another specialist, another doctor that told me that I had to do a surgery taking out all the cornet inside to allow a better breathing. So he made this surgery, and basically as well I was relieved some month, but the inflammation and the polyps came back again. So it was my fourth surgery. That is the experience I had till 2011, 2012, when I said, okay, I have a chronic sinusitis and I will live with this all the rest of my life. I went to Algeria, which is my home country, and my sister is a doctor. She's a specialist in pneumology, and she told me that I should treat my problem with some antihistaminic that she thought that was one of the reason of allergy of my disease. And basically she was right, because I took during 2 or 3 months medication that allows me to breathe better and to start to have again smell, because I lost the smell. It was 6-7 years ago. I decided to go to a sleep doctor that in Portugal advised me to have a CPAP, and effectively it changed the situation of my sleep with the CPAP. It was effectively a good move. We came to India 2 years ago, and I was living with my chronicle sinusitis and with this anosmia, complete no smelling, no having taste. I love cooking, and I was just guessing how to do my dishes. To do some dish, it's difficult. So I was just having this idea that one day I will have this key for my health problem. And I don't know why I had this infection in April or May. Bad infection in my sinus, and it was treated first by strong antibiotics. 1 week I was not able to breathe normally, sneezing each time, and having a cough, etc. I was really in bad shape. This antibiotic treatment wasn't very effective. So I searched in internet, and I found in internet very quickly Professor Mohanty Sanjeev that had clearly the references that I was searching for. ENT, and I was searching for a doctor that was able to treat the sinusitis, and I read some comments in the web. And that comments helped me to take a decision to get that from the work and to go and to see the professor. When I saw first the professor, I had like very first good impression and a contact that put me in very confident situation.
So here is another wonderful story with Hamid, who we had instantaneous connect the time that he trooped into my clinic. Well, he has already told what he went through. Just to sum it up in a nutshell, a 20-25 years of suffering, and with the sob stories he had going into the operating room in 5 different countries over a period of time, actually was a bit of a concern for me as a treating clinician. But then I knew where the hitch was. And this I've learned over time after going through the same waters of, they call it learning training methods, over the same countries that he's gone through. And I realized there are some bugbears in these specific problems that the patient has over time, which they call chronic. And it seems very innocuous, chronic sinusitis, polyposis, allergy. But the fact of the matter is the obstructed pathway in the nose and the sinuses, if they are not dealt with in the very beginning or at the outset, complete in all aspects of it, they are bound to have recurrences. We can't treat allergy as a surgeon, but we can control, avoid, prevent. But the obstructive pathology, the most important area for an ENT head and neck surgeon or endoscopic surgeon would be the frontal sinus. Unfortunately for Hamid, he had the frontal sinus and the olfactory tract completely blocked with allergic fungal sinusitis along with polyposis. And I had to tread very carefully because he's already had 4 surgeries in the past. So there were no landmarks. I had to either create landmarks which would be endangering his life. At the same time, I had to recreate the anatomy mentally to see where the things normally were. And slowly I dissected. And in academic parlance, if you say, it's a draft 3, again named after a German surgeon. But we connected both the frontal sinuses together by drilling the skull base, or we call it the anterior skull base. He won't know so many things were being done there, but that opened up the kind of tuft of air that he breathed in to go to the olfactory area, and that's how he's got back his smell and taste after so many years. All in all, wonderful experience as a surgeon, and nothing better to see a wonderful outcome from the patient's perspective. That's how he's already shared his story. I'm completely humbled by the fact that he chose me. I would say that because it's not easy for a surgeon to get a revision surgery done by a surgeon for a patient to really sift through different collaborative effort to find out the chosen one. For me, he was the chosen one. For him, I was the chosen one. All in all, it was a good show altogether. Hope God blesses all of us together. Thank you.
I felt that he was very optimistic when he went and met the professor, because I think he thought that he had found someone that understood him, that 20 years had been trained in this, and then no permanent solution was found. And then after he got to have his first appointment, and then he started building up the trust and the confidence, and he said, okay, I should do this, I should have a surgery again. I think this is the time when my problem will get solved. So I think this is important, because from the first appointment, trust start building, because after you have been ill for such a long time and meeting someone that you see is capable of finding a solution to your problem, it's very important. So I think that building trust, building confidence, it comes with the professionalism of the professor, that he make him feel that he could treat this. So I think that he didn't tell that like that, but that's what I felt from the beginning. He always told me, you have to meet the professor, you have to meet him. And I was okay, I am healthy, thanks God, so I don't really need, but when you will have your surgery, I will for sure go. So when I was here, and I also felt that things were going to work out very well. So I even say I don't even need to be there the whole time, because I think the team will be there, will take care of everything. The professor came and look at him and then make him feel confident. So I think that's very important. When you are treating a patient, make them feel that they are listened to, that the solution is there, even if they have been trying to find it for a long time. So I think this, and then the quality of the treatment and the quality of of everything that when he was, because I only came I came when he was here for surgery. So I think that it's very important that feel the trust and that things can work. So I think that's something important that he didn't tell, but I think that this trust start building from the first appointment with the professor. I also believe that is true, that he's feeling less tired, that he has more energy at the end of the week, because during the week, you are just working, you just go back and then you go to sleep here, and you would travel long distances. But on the weekend now, like more time to do activities, less hurry. I think it's a very good outcome. My husband, he likes cooking. I'm very poor cook, but he really love it. So for him, this was always something very important, because we like to host at home. He's really into details. So smelling is something that is very important, because before he was trying, you don't have something that is very important. So now that when you can smell, it's so different. So it just makes all different. It just makes a different relation with what you're cooking, when you're receiving. It's just so important.